Hello everybody, it's the LEGO Link here, and welcome back to another video on the channel. In today's LEGO review, we're taking a look at set 75396, the Desert Skiff and Sarlacc Pit from LEGO Star Wars. This set has 558 pieces and 6 minifigures, and is based off Episode 6, Return of the Jedi, with the opening scenes over the Sarlacc Pit, as mentioned by the title. And this also celebrates 25 years of LEGO Star Wars, as you can see by the silver box art, and there's also an exclusive anniversary minifigure in this set. Now, we've gotten many desert skiffs before in LEGO Star Wars history. I reviewed one from 2012 before, so make sure to check that one out if you haven't watched it already. And then there's been a few others over the years as well, one in like 2000, one in 2017, and then there's some others in combined sets. But yeah, it released kind of near the UCS Jabba sail barge, which I also reviewed, and you can compare it with that set. And it retails for $80, which is quite expensive for the piece count, and at the end of this video we'll determine if that price is high, which I'm saying now is definitely too high. I do like the box art though, with the nice sandy background, and we also get to see some of the play features at the back. Let's open this box up and get everything out. So in total we have 6 bags, and we also get 2 instruction manuals, one for the Sarlacc Pit, and then the other is for the Desert Skiff. It's nice how they can break it up and you can split it between 2 people, so one person could build the Sarlacc Pit, the other person can build the Desert Skiff. Alright, so the first figure in the set is Chewbacca, and it's a pretty standard Chewbacca minifigure. There's nothing really different about him. He has leg printing for his fur there, and then of course that mold for his head, which still looks pretty good to this day. And then he does have some handcuffs in this set to represent when he is jailed by Jabba while on the sail barge, ready to be eaten by the Sarlacc Pit. Besides that though, nothing really special about him. We also get Han Solo in this set. He again comes with handcuffs like Chewbacca, and he has some dark brown legs and a nice torso print with his white shirt there. Looks pretty good. Of course, that hairpiece there that was introduced a while ago with Han Solo. And then one side of the face has a smirk, and then the other side, his eyes are closed. He has like a pained expression because he's still kind of like blind from the carbonite freezing. And it kind of you can kind of recreate the scene where he doesn't know Boba Fett's there and he accidentally knocks him into the pit. Speaking of Boba Fett, we get him in this set, and unfortunately he's not really accurate to the scene. It's actually his Episode 5 armor instead of the sandy armor we see in Jabba's palace or sail barge. So that's kind of unfortunate, but besides that, the figure's still pretty good. We have detailed leg, arm printing, torso printing as well. He comes with that nice little gun piece. Of course, the helmet as well, with the visor thing there. And then underneath we do have a printed face for him, which looks pretty good with some scars, stubble there. And of course we get his jetpack and sand green. So nice to have Boba Fett included in the set. Just wish it was a more accurate version of his figure. We also get Luke Skywalker in this set. He has some gray robes there on top of some black, and it kind of goes onto the leg as well. So some nice printing and detailing there. He also includes a green lightsaber and that new hairpiece introduced in the last couple of years, which looks a bit more accurate to his hairstyle in Return of the Jedi. And then his face has a smile on one side and then a more focused expression on the other. So pretty cool figure, and nice to have him included in this set. You also get Lando in his skiff guard disguise, and he includes a little build for an axe there. His torso looks pretty nice with that orange printing there and that chest plate, and then We also have some brown on the bottom as well, and some nice leg printing. And then his helmet is a nice little mold there, pretty cool. I don't really know how to describe it, but it just looks pretty nice. And then underneath we have him having a little smile there, and he also has another expression where he's a little bit more happy. So pretty cool. I really like that helmet. The final figure in the set celebrates 25 years of Lego Star Wars with this Nien Numb minifigure, the first ever version of him. So he comes on this special base plate, which has appeared in the other sets for these figures, saying 25 years of Lego Star Wars with the nice little logo there that's printed. We also get a piece here with the 2x4 piece, so you can connect it to the other figures and make a whole line of them. And then Nien Numb himself is a pretty great figure. We have some legs there with pocket detailing print for the belt, and then he has a torso with a nice little vest detailing there. Of course, this head mold, excellent at representing the character with some dual molded printing there. Just looks really good and accurate, and I'm just so happy that we finally get this iconic character in minifigure form after 25 years. So one part of the set we get is the desert skiff, and it's a pretty nice little build. So at the front here we have some nice little curvature with these nice molded pieces, and then we use a hinge here for this triangular part, and then we have this brown tube piece going around for like a railing there, and there's just a bunch of brown on the floor for the wood that they can stand on or whatever. Lots of studs and space available, so you can fit all the figures on pretty easily. Also, as we get to the middle area, we have just a random piece here. We have more railings, and the railing on this side can actually open up a little bit, and I don't know really what the point of it is, but just, I guess for more room. We also have the plank that comes out here to push them into the Sarlacc pit, and it just on like a little track there, just like a tile piece, so it can slide pretty easily, and it is stopped from going out the other end by this little piece right here, so you can't pull it out unless you break it like that. And yeah, and then this stud piece here stops it from going all the way out on the other side, since there's a piece right here that will prevent it from going all the way through. So it's a nice little feature there, pretty smooth to open and close that little ramp. Near the back we have like the controls platform here with this build. We have like the joysticks in this nougat color. I like how they use the roller skate pieces for some detailing, and then some studs there we could place a figure to drive. Unfortunately, I'm missing the other brown piece that's supposed to go here for another railing, so that's kind of unfortunate, but we have some nice little curvature going around the back for the back wall, looking pretty good. And then we have like the thrusters here, which again have some nice little techniques there to be used. Then the things on the side, which I'm not really sure, they are kind of rotated because of this technique piece, so you can rotate them any way you want, but they're supposed to kind of go this direction. I like how they use like the Sensei Wu hat for some detailing here, and then of course the long sticks as well, and then the other side has the same exact design. And then we also get some of these translucent pieces, so the ship looks like it's floating, which is nice. Just wish maybe they made it go up a bit higher, because as we'll see when we look at everything together, the skiff doesn't really float too high above the Sarlacc pit, when in the box and in the movie it is pretty high above it, so they could have made it a little taller. And then we get the Sarlacc build for the set, which is definitely the best Sarlacc pit we've ever gotten in Lego form. Just love all the slopes and detailing on the edges of the pit, showing like a little mound of sand representing the Tatooine. Just really cool detailing, lots of dark tan and tan bricks going around. But the only thing I just don't really like is how on the back there's no sloping and things or whatever, it's just uncovered. I mean, I guess they wanted to leave these levers here a little more accessible, but I feel like they could have just done it around the whole side to make it look better. But the actual pit itself Really cool with these nice slope pieces coming in. And then we have a bunch of teeth sticking out on all the sides using some snot bricks there. There's also some red as well to kind of put some of the teeth out more than the others and also make it look like it's the mouth. And then we have some nougat bricks as well for more of the mouth detailing. Of course, we have the beak of the Sarlacc pit, which uses these cockpit pieces and tan, and it can open and close. And if you wanted to, I'm just taking any figure, could put one inside and actually have it eaten, which is a fun little feature. I also like how behind at the bottom they use black to look like it goes deeper. And then we also have the tentacles as well, which use these brown tentacle pieces, and you can actually move them using these levers at the back to make it look like the Sarlacc pit is actually trying to grab something or whatever like that. It actually looks like it's alive, which is pretty cool, pretty fun to play around with. But yeah, I just love how awesome the sand looks around the Sarlacc pit. It just looks like it's actually physically coming out of the pit. It's just pretty cool. Definitely the best Sarlacc design we've ever gotten. So, looking at the set all together, it makes for a nice little display. Again, I just wish the ship there was a little bit higher, because in the movie, in the box, it just looks a lot higher above the Sarlacc pit. But yeah, you could create a nice little detailed scene there. The Sarlacc pit build is just amazing, just really detailed, and the skiff build isn't too bad either. The figures also, which I forgot to put Nien Numb in, but I can put them right here. Next, or we'll put them in the middle. But yeah, the figures in this set are definitely great. With, of course, that Nien Numb, which I almost forgot to put in. But Luke, Han Solo, and Lando are also great. And then the other two don't really, or I mean, Boba Fett, they're just two reused figures. But yeah, you could also combine with Jabba's sail barge UCS, which is nice, but then you're spending basically like $600 for the full scene, which is very expensive. Yeah, I feel like this should have been kind of included in that UCS set, but it's still a great set. I just think it's a bit way too overpriced at $80. Probably should have been $60 at most. Can't really do anything about that. It's Lego's decision, and unless something happens that makes them lower their prices, probably not gonna happen anytime soon. I think I'll give this set an 8 out of 10. Definitely a great little set. Nice little scene, great figures, just the price is a little bad. So if you enjoyed watching this review, make sure to check out the others on my channel, and I'll see you guys in another video. Goodbye!